Okay, what if I told you there's a really simple technique that could literally change how you deal with every single difficult emotion you ever feel? Seriously. Today, we're diving into the letting go technique from Dr. David Hawkins. It's this incredibly powerful but super simple method for releasing all that stuff that holds you back and finding the peace that, believe it or not, is already inside you. So let's get right into it. All right, so let's just start with a question that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has asked at some point. Why do feelings like anger or fear or, that deep grief, why do they have such an iron grip on us? I mean, we've all been there, right? Stuck in that awful loop of anxiety or just pure frustration, and it feels like there is no way out. Well, the answer to why they have so much power, it's probably not what you think. This right here, this is the whole key. What you resist persists. The big secret is that the problem isn't the feeling itself. It's not the anger. It's not the fear. The problem is how much we fight it. It's our resistance. The more you try to push a feeling away, the stronger it gets. That struggle, that is what's giving these emotions all their power. So this brings us to what Dr. Hawkins calls the trap of resistance. And it's such a perfect name for it. Think about it like this. An emotion is really just a wave of energy. That's all it is. And it just wants to pass through you. It's designed to be temporary. But what do? We resist it. We build this wall and we tell ourselves, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this. This is bad. And that's when we trap that energy inside. And that trapped energy, well, that becomes our suffering. That's our stress. That's the fuel for pretty much all of our unhealthy habits. Okay, so if fighting our feelings is the actual problem, what do we normally do instead? Well, it turns out most of us fall into one of three really common, but let's be honest, totally ineffective strategies. We can think of them as our three wrong turns because, spoiler alert, none of them actually get us where we want to go. And yeah, I'm gonna bet these are gonna look pretty familiar to you. First up, we suppress. We just shove the feeling down deep inside, pretending it's not there, hoping it'll just disappear. But it doesn't. It just festers and turns into things like anxiety or depression. Or we express it. We vent, we lash out, we dump our emotions all over someone else. And sure, it feels good for a second, right? A little relief. But all it really does is feed the emotion and make it even stronger next time. And then there's the big one, especially today, we escape. We endlessly scroll on our phones, we bury ourselves in work, we binge watch an entire season of a show, anything to not feel the feeling. But guess what? It's always waiting for you the second you stop, and a lot of the time, it's even bigger than it was before. So if suppressing, expressing, and escaping are all just dead ends, what's left? What's the actual alternative? Well, the solution is in a word that might sound a little passive, maybe even weak, but it's actually an act of incredible, incredible strength. And that word is surrender. Now, hold on. When we say surrender, I need to be really clear. We are not talking about giving up or just letting people walk all over you. That's not it at all. In this context, surrendering is an active, powerful choice. It's having the courage to just stop fighting the feeling. It means you just allow it to be there. You let that wave wash over you without slapping a label on it, without trying to figure it all out, just trusting that eventually it's going to run out of steam and disappear all on its own. So, how do we actually do this? You're going to love this because the technique itself is ridiculously simple. Okay, step 1. Just notice the feeling is there. That's it. Acknowledge it. Step 2, drop all the judgment. It isn't good or bad, it's not right or wrong, it's just energy. Step 3, feel it in your body. Really check in. Where is it living? Is it a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? Just find the physical sensation. Now, step 4 is the absolute key. Don't get lost in the story about the feeling. Forget why you're angry or who made you sad. Just stay with the raw physical feeling itself. Step 5, just let it be there. Don't try to make it go away. And finally, step 6, you just allow it to release all by itself. And you will. You'll feel it start to loosen its grip and just dissolve. Okay, and this is where it gets really cool. When you practice this, it's not just a one-time fix. It has this cumulative effect. And Dr. Hawkins came up with this brilliant way to visualize the whole journey. We can think of it as our emotional map. And it shows a super clear path from these states of pain all the way up to states of real, genuine power. Just take a look at this map for a second. Over on the left, you've got the lower energies. You know them: shame, guilt, fear, anger. They just feel heavy, right? They're draining. They make your world feel small. But then, on the right, You have the higher energies: acceptance, love, joy, peace. These feel light, expansive, empowering. And then, look right there in the middle. That's the pivot point: courage. That's the game changer. It's having the courage to actually feel those lower emotions that acts as the key to start climbing up this whole map. So if this scale is the map of your inner world, then the letting go technique, well, that's your compass. It's that simple. Every single time you surrender to a feeling of, say, anger, you're not just getting rid of the anger for a moment. You are literally moving up the map. You naturally start to rise into a state of neutrality or maybe even willingness. This technique is the actual engine that moves you from pain to power.
So, what's the big payoff here? I mean, what happens when this stops being just some technique you do once in a while and it becomes how you actually live your life? Well, the result is something we're all after: a deep, profound sense of inner freedom.
I want you to think about pretty much any psychological battle we face. We're talking anxiety, anger issues, depression, even addictions, or just that constant nagging stress. What is at the root of all of them? It's always a core, unresolved emotional energy that's stuck. And see, the letting go technique doesn't just put a band-aid on the symptoms, it goes straight to the source, to the root of the problem, and it dissolves the very emotional charge that's been fueling the whole thing. And you know, as you keep practicing this, something really profound starts to shift inside you. You start to get it on a deep level. You are not your anger. You aren't your fear. You are the quiet, calm awareness behind it all, the one who is just watching these feelings come and go. And that little bit of space you create between you and the emotion, that right there, that's the beginning of real freedom. And this all leads to one of the most powerful ideas in the whole book. Peace. It's not something you have to go out and find or build or achieve. It's your natural state. It's your factory default setting. It's simply what's left over when you finally let go of all those layers of resistance and stuck emotion that have been covering it up this whole time. It's been there, waiting all along. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to just sit with. You don't have to solve everything today. Just start small. Start with one thing. What is one feeling, big or small, that you know you're holding on to? And just imagine, what might happen if you finally gave yourself permission to just let it go?